Oh yeah, boys, we're finally doing it. How are you all doing today? I am genuinely excited to do this. It is the Piggy Tears, and yes, not you're not gonna have Freddy and friends doing this because this was very personal. That it made just more sense that I personally do this. That's why I'm doing it, and not Freddy and friends like the previous two tier list videos have been doing. So yeah, we're doing this, and I am honestly so excited because I've been wanting to do this for a while. In fact, I'm pretty sure a lot of people wanted me to do this for a bit. So of course, for the end of November, it seemed fitting. Though this is pre-recorded way earlier in August. So if there really is a new doggy chapter that actually did came out for Halloween, which I highly doubt it will, so I think this is okay or fine. I think we should be okay. Nothing bad should happen. So yeah, we're gonna do this in an interesting order, I must say. I don't know what exact order we're doing this, but it's gonna be a weird type of order. Why? Because, well, just because. And this is a bit hard because of all these labels. Because some of them are fan made, I'm pretty sure. Some of the labels, and not actual real. But I can easily tell what map is representing here. So let's start off with the house map. So the house, it's an okay map. Oh, it's very simple, very basic. There's really not to say, but it's iconic, and yeah, it's iconic. But then again, it's very repetitive. I guess it's just because I played so much, especially in the UCN Piggy thingy, that I'm just so used to it, and I'm just not really interested. And it's pretty easy to beat. You have Piggy, of course, Piggying along and such. So yeah, we're just gonna put him. If this thing can low, yeah, Piggy's going in a solid okay because that just seems to make sense for me. Just put Piggy in okay and we'll just move on. Simple as that. Alright, next we have is the station. And the station is also very simple. I mean, it's a lot more bigger than Piggy, and it's a lot more adventurous and stuff, but there are some thingies like the acid thing that to me makes no sense in a police station, and not sure why it's just there in the first place. Another thing, what's another thing I was exactly a fan of in the station? Well, I actually don't know. I think that's it, but I mean, the layout is pretty cool. How you have a downstairs sewers type area, even though the acid there makes no sense. And then you have the cool prison-like area, but though you can get pretty trapped. Like example, the green key room is very hard to do, so probably another con I have. And the bot is, I guess, okay. You have Mother Piggy, who looks a lot better now than before, so it's a okay, solid map, in my opinion. Nothing too extraordinary, nothing too big, nothing too crazy. So I think we might just put this also an okay, but above house, I say. Yeah, that makes the most sense. All right, next we have this gallery, and yeah, this one's also okay. Most of these beginning maps are gonna be like pretty much okay and simple. There's not exactly gonna be like full on like up there and such yet. That's gonna take a bit, but gallery is pretty cool by the environment. The problem is that it's pretty short for something as a gallery. I mean, it's called gallery and not museum, so I guess I can give it a pass. If it was a museum, I would expect like a lot more, like so much more than what we usually have. But here it's just, simple doors. It's almost a maze, but once you get used to the layout, you know where you're going. But before then, this was a maze to me before I really learned the layout of this map. And there are some random stuff that wasn't exactly a fan of, like the garage, like why was that there, and the fact that how randomized some of the keys are, or mainly the hammer. I don't know, it being so randomized, but then again, it does make you really check. And the vents, I don't know. I mean, it's good for like XP and such, but then again, not exactly favoritism. So I'm gonna put this. It is better than house, so I'll put it like between there. Yeah, between House Gallery Station. Yeah, wow. All these maps are really just okay, which is kind of interesting. Forest is actually, I guess, solid, but then again, I think it's solid. I mean, it's more different and it's very different than the other match. You're actually outside throughout the whole thing. I mean, the house, there was only one section where outside, but here you're outside throughout the whole thing, and you have, you know, the tents and stuff. Though actually, those cameras are very claustrophobic, so it's kind of hard to get past Sheepy. And Sheepy is a more unique bot than the Father Piggy. Actually, no, the Father Piggy did become more unique with the you know, with the new redesign. So maybe I could, no. We are gonna do, no. Even though that bot's unique, I'm not moving this thing. The forest with Sheepy, I think I can give it a bit more points. And it has Doggy as well as a secondary bot, so yeah, added points for that. That makes sense. Along with that, this is the first one to actually have story in it. The other ones do, but this is where the story really like picks it up a notch. You know, it's actually important. Gets you know, something like that. And yeah, pretty much that's pretty much all I really have to say. I mean, I guess I could talk about the wash. That's cool, even though you get stuck in there pretty much. And the cave's cool. Some of the items are cool, but then again, yeah, it's pretty simple. The school, this one was very interesting. I mean, although I'm not exactly a big fan how it's like two squares like squished into each other, because that's literally what it is. In fact, it's literally the, you know, the cable permission symbol in Secret of the Mimic. It's literally just the creator permissions. It's literally the symbol of that as a map, pretty much. And I don't know. I guess it's because it's just because what I expect from a school to be like a lot bigger. Even though, actually, now that I think about it, my I think first grade school is a bit. No, it was my second grade elementary school was actually I think a bit smaller than the one here, but then I could be completely wrong. I don't know. I think it's because it has 2 floors, so I expect it to be like a lot bigger. I mean, that's what the high school map from that Zizzy thing and that you probably all forgotten about was about. I mean, that one had like lots of floors and it was like really explorable and really cool. I don't know why I like that one. But here it's just, I mean, the teacher skin is cool. Even cooler now when we got the ult and how she actually has lore, because we now know her name is Gloria and such. So yeah, I just give it about a bit points. And oh no, it's okay, I'll put this like in okay. It's above station. That makes more sense. Hospital is a bit interesting. Well, I've always been somewhat afraid of hospitals. And yep, and yeah, we're here. And it's not as big as a usual hospital, but then again, the school wasn't as big as usual. And these were supposed to be maps that only came out like weekly and such. But it was still a cool map per se, you know? Very simple, very easy peasy. And well, actually, the main unique thing was that it's the introduction of key cards. And this was when the bots were specifically made exclusively for the maps. I mean, teacher being in the school was cool, but the thing is, the teacher skin already came out like way before the school map was even a thing. And as for house, station, gallery, and forest, Miniatune just did whatever he could for those maps. And of course, that was Mother Piggy and Father Piggy and Sheepy Piggy, or just Sheepy. But here, he actually thought about the bot really well. Of course, you'd be Barry, because he's a doctor in the Peppa Pig universe and such. And this is like entering the halfway mark, where things get serious and such, you know. So we'll put this in a solid, just right below forest and such. So yeah. Metro is pretty cool. I'm not gonna put a lot of points because of Decay, because Decay is pretty much its own thing and a complete different area compared to the Metro map. So we're just gonna talk about Metro as itself, and it's cool. I do love that underground area they explore, even though I feel like it could have been a lot bigger and such. And the way things are like turned around is pretty cool. Though there is, I think, one area you're gonna get pretty trapped. I think it was where the yellow safe is, which you don't even get until like the blue key room is open. Such. This is the introduction of the coin system, which is pretty cool, I guess, even though it's just another gear system thingy. But it is pretty cool. I do enjoy it. And this is probably have the creepiest, one of the creepiest bots, because it's a freaking zombie Not like some train deduction dude. It's literally a full-on zombie, which is honestly crazy. And we still don't really have an answer to what Zombie Piggy really is to this day. What he's doing there. Overall, it's I think it's solid as well. Just not as solid as Met Hospital. So I think we could put it there. Yeah, that's good enough. It has that cutscenes. We're pretty much basing this off of everything. How I'm making this is pretty much based off of everything, and some of it will be personal stuff, but mainly I'm breaking this based off of how the map is, how hard it is, and the maps and the bot, of course. So that's by Carnival. We're gonna put this in bad. We don't need to explain. Though this is kind of personal because I remember being stuck in this map forever and ever when grinding on the original season passes, which sucked. And I'm really hoping this new system for Season 9 doesn't make me do that again, because that would straight up suck if I have to be forced into Carnival Swarm again and again. So I'm just putting that bad, even though Clowny is not even a bad of a skin. I mean, it's an okay skin, but we'll get to that when we eventually ever do a Piggy tier list, which I honestly don't know when I'll ever do that. Maybe December, but I don't know. There's like so many skins. I don't know when. But anyways, yeah, Carnival is straight up bad. The map is not exactly my favorite, because it's just a square, and the visuals look cool. It's not that great, even though it has some beautiful. I mean, I feel like if this map was made during book 2, then I probably would like it more, but because he probably would make this look beautiful. But I mean, it is beautiful as it is, but like, I don't know, it is what it is. City will be the first amazing, because it's straight up amazing. Like, it is amazing. Why is it amazing? Well, why is it amazing? Crap. No. I know why this is amazing. Because it's a city. It's pretty much a big city that you get to explore. Well, not that big. It's like 2 giant buildings. But, oh no, it's just cool there. You get to explore a full-on city with 2 buildings. I mean, the buildings could be a bit better by how they look, or like, you know, layered out on the map. But, oh no, it's good. It's good as it is, you know. And you have 2 bots, you know, one slow, one fast. It's the one of those maps that really makes you think about how you're getting chased by these bots. I guess one is slow, one is fast, so it makes you kind of strategize how to deal with them and such. So that's another cool thing I like. And it was the introduction of Pony. Well, Pony and Zizi were introduced here, but this is where they really shine, such. So yeah, Mall. I'm gonna be honest. I don't really like this map. I'm gonna put it here. I already know I'm gonna make a lot of people mad because, oh, it has the Georgie reveal, and yeah, that's cool, and I was mind blown, but I don't know. I just think it's a bit small, in my personal opinion. I think it's just because of how the mall has always been like this big area with lots of stores and stuff. I don't know. I was just kind of upset how the mall was just a square with barely anything in it. And such. I mean, it does have a lot of variety and such in the mall. Don't get me wrong. I mean, there's a lot of you know, multiple stores and such. You know, separate things. But like, oh no, it's really not that big. I mean, which is what the Haunted Mall definitely fits. I mean, the Haunted Mall is still kind of small, but at least it had a lot of more stuff than the previous one. It had lots of more stuff. So yeah, I don't know, just not a big fan of the mall. And plus, it is actually kind of hard because Bobby can pretty much camouflage in the map. Like, no crap, he straight up can camouflage. And sure, the addition of Mousy is cool, but she doesn't really do that much. It's not much of a threat. In fact, sometimes you probably won't even see her during your run. So yeah, it's bad. I'm not exactly a fan of it. All right, Outpost. Okay, this one's a bit hard. Because I'm not actually sure where I want to put it. I think I'm gonna put it okay. Now, do I like this more than Metro or not? I mean, it does have the condition of soldiers, but then again, I think I'm gonna... Yeah, I think I might put it here. Because you're back outside again. There's a tank, but other than that, the soldiers are cool, but they don't do that much. And it's... One area we would use the wench that you could get completely stuck on by torture, and it's always so annoying. I died multiple times for that one. And this does lead to like the full-on epic finale and such, and that's cool, but other than that, it's not exactly you know, or that something something and such. So yeah, I think Outpost is okay, or solid at least. All right, let's go to distorted memory. We might as well do this in like the exact order they all came out and such. So yeah, well, let's do distorted memory on the memories thingy. Well, 7 was order. I don't know how I'm really layered this. All right, distorted of the memories. So distorted memory. This was a interesting map, I must say. Though, I say that because I only played like a few times, unlike the other ones, which I all definitely played like 10 times over. Or 20, even. But there's something I think I only played like 4 times, I think. And it's something, you know? Nothing too, like, special and such. It's just house, but expanded. More stuff, which I guess is cool. So I think I might... And bringing back an old character like Memory is pretty cool. And it had that insane scene. So I think I'll put this, Nothing. I really like this map. I think this will go in between forest and hospital. Yeah, that actually seems perfect enough. I did like the Stored Memory Light, just how it visually looked, you know, with especially the garage, how it turns like sort of like a dungeon cage type thing. So yeah, that really makes it like really solid. Now plants, I don't really like plant that much. I don't know. I always found it so hard, especially with Mr. P. It's bad AI. I'm sorry. I just didn't like it. And the endings. There's actually now 4 of them now because we have the added like Mrs. P stuff, which is actually pretty cool. But yet can be difficult because it's in this map that I don't like because, well, it's so claustrophobic. You can get killed really easy in this map, and specifically I think the area with the green keycard, it's so hard to do. I died so many times in Mr. P on Speed because I don't know where he's going. He has a weird robot program that's just so off. I mean, I swear, I just wish Mr. B had a better AI system, in my opinion. Like, why couldn't you just make him, like, slow? Or something. Or, like, something else. I don't know. I just really didn't like plants. So I think I might put this in back. It's better than Mall because of how visually it looked. But, like, no, I don't like plant that much. And now we have the RB battles. I might as well just get the first one out of the way because it was made during, like, the book 1, like, area type stuff. So, this one. It's interesting. I'm trying to remember what it was like playing it because it's been a while, but it was cool, I guess, you know. Visual looked cool and such with the thingies and the song, not song. The multiple bots were pretty annoying, and it was also annoying how not everyone can win it. That was also annoying, and it was kind of a struggle to do. But I don't know, it was something. I don't know. Not exactly the biggest fan of it. I might just put this up here. I mean, I'm not saying the map is bad. Well, the map ain't bad at all. It's you know what? It's an okay. Let's put it like below house. Not exactly there. You know what? Yeah, let's just put it there. Yeah, I think that's where we go. All right, now we can finally move on to book 2, and you'll see some really crazy changes with book 2 because as you can see, I was putting all the maps down there, but here I am gonna put them all the way on the top because they're all that good, actually, fun factly. So let us start off with alleys. Alleys, I love alleys. Alleys was cool. Yeah, it was cool. Because I think it's just how the map was just laid out. The map was just laid out so differently compared to some others that just felt cool and such, you know? And it wasn't just an alleyway. It was like a full-on secret, like, it was like a full-on secret, like, town or something. Like a full-on small, like, area that people would probably just hang out and such, you know? With that weird, like, office-like area. That's with the end goal and with the cool like hotel entrance thing that was so cool, and even the or like house like thingy, and with that one store with all the lawn no it's not a store, it was a laundromat and the TV store. Like it had so many cool like visual stuff, and this was the first one with the high graphics. When I turned on those high graphics for the first time, I felt so unbelieved, so surprised just how beautiful it looked. So this has to go on an amazing. I have to. And the bot is cool, Rash, and it had an actual theme that actually like sounded good. and such. And some of them, there's so many cool new items like the scissors, the broom, and the codes. Like the code scissors was so cool and unbelievable back in the day. Sure, backtracking in the end part sucks, but overall it's a really good map in my opinion. So yeah, it's an amazing map. Alright, store. Not exactly as big as Alley's, but it was still really visually looking cool, I must say. It is probably my least favorite, or it's either that or Dogs is my least favorite chapter. I don't know. But it visually looked pretty cool in my opinion. Why? Well, he had once again he had new cool areas. I mean, you start off with a freaking garage which looked epic as hell. Then you had a what else did you had? What else did we had? That's the real question. Oh my god, I should know this. You have a cool little restaurant. You also had the entrance with its all cool stores. You had, well, the main area of the store actually visually looks so cool with so many details. The greenhouse thing looked very cool, but how you can actually see the outside and how you can see that it's morning. That whole crate area with all with the crates and the ladder, that visually looked cool, beautiful. And Dessa, the bot, probably still has one of the best themes in freaking Piggy with that Gorgeous Encounters theme, and the ending was so cool. But then again, the map is pretty short. I'm gonna put this at solid, but it's like a very high solid, like it's super high on the solid. You know, like it's cool, but it's pretty short, and most people play this one whenever I go into book 2, pretty much. Yeah, I love the store. I love the alleys, and I love Refinery, though it's not as good as alleys, but I don't know, this one did kind of like, I don't know, it's not exactly as visually like appealing compared to the others. I mean, it does start out cool where you're outside in the forest. I love that very much, how you start out in the forest, the entrance type thing. Though, it be a morning, I don't know. And it's just, I think it's just because the teaser made it look like nighttime. I mean, back then I thought we were going to like some type of national park or something when I first saw this teaser, which would have been so cool to have a national park. It's like a full-blown map, but instead we got the refinery, which is cool. You start out with this, but then you go into this refinery area, which, if you have high graphics and all, does look freaking beautiful as hell with the shadows and such. But oh no, it's pretty much the same, like, full-on. I mean, you get some cool unique areas. You got like a little cafeteria area. You got a room, white color like room with beds and such. You also got another area that's pretty much the endpoint, which is somewhat opinion. I do like how the map is more connected and how you can find, like, you know, there's like this one door, and when you're in the final area where you could use the screwdriver to unlock an area to the kitchen, which pretty much is like an easy access type thing. I really like that. And the skin is cool. I like how it's like bringing back a skin from the old Piggy book 1, and you making it now as the bot, Tigery, and now in a uniform. And Holly has one of the most epicest theme of them all. And this definitely had one of the saddest endings where Zizzy straight up dies and such. But then again, the map was very claustrophobic. And those guards, man, like this map actually can be very hard. But it is a bit buggy at some points. Like, Philip specifically gets bugged all the time. Almost all the time whenever I play it. Just because you cannot just trigger him at all. Because if you trigger him once, sometimes he'll just not go to the area he needs to go to, which it's kind of annoying, which is why it's amazing, but not as amazing as Alley's. Now we got the safe place. This map is big and visually looks beautiful as hell, but I can understand why some people hate it, because sometimes I hate it as well. But unlike us, I don't think this is one of the worst maps, because I think it's just because the high graphics, it just visually looks so cool. I mean, the environments are just so epic. I mean, the first floor, or should I say, like, the 5th floor you're in, where you start off, you're pretty much going up and down. You're pretty much in this, like a hotel living-like situation here with you starting off in your room which you share with Georgie. Then you have the orange key to open up Giraffe's room. Then you have two other rooms that are openable. You have Zizzy's room, which Ray's for some reason appears in. Not exactly sure how TSP brought an infected in the safe place. That's still something I question to this day, but he's there, and he honestly looks very creepy. I think of it, this was one of the first bots where Minitoon actually went, like, very, like, I don't know, you know, aggressive or like insane with the model, because that's a rats look too, but they didn't exactly like, you know, look like, you know, they just look like normal Piggy skins when I first saw them. But Ray's looked completely insane. Maybe just because of how he was like a freaking half cyborg type like rat thingy. And he pretty much attacked you with his depression beat theme. But you have the other room with Z and Susie where they're not there because, as Pony says later on, they went to a vent. Also, this is where we got the introduction of the insolence, actually, where Pony randomly, well, secretly, Easter eggily will, spit it out, but it's so rare to get. I still haven't gotten it till this day, sadly. I wish I could one day. Maybe I will see that Easter egg, but I'm not entirely sure. Anyways, we, what do we, wait. Oh yeah, then you go to the 4th floor. This is probably where that kind of goes lower because each of these floors have this one specific like supply room that's so claustrophobic that it will be hard to run away from Rays in it, which is why you kind of have to be kind of far away from Rays as possible in order to explore these areas. So yeah, that kind of lowers it a bit. And in the 4th floor, you have another like room, but there's more environments like, because I'm pretty sure one of the rooms is like a closet-like area, and the other one's like a full-on gym, which is pretty cool. But then like but then the moves in the middle are like a what are they? They're like more living room. You have Pony's room and Mimi's room, pretty much. Yeah, you have those. And another unique thing is the elevator, which is where if you get the token key somewhere, you can actually use the elevator, which is probably one of my favorite mechanics in there. Joe, just wish it was used often. But I don't know, I kind of prefer it being like an exclusive thing, actually, now that I think about it. Even though it did came back, but it was more of like the escape area instead of a natural mechanic. You get the 3rd floor, which is straight up a cafeteria, which visually looks cool and a lot bigger than the restaurant we had. And I actually forgot to say that there was a restaurant, and that was the first thing we ever saw of book 2. So that's interesting. But yes, you had that area, which visually looked appealing and cool, which I liked very much. And oh god, sorry, I'm losing train of thought. I'm sorry, but yeah, right. Then the 2nd floor, probably my favorite, because you pretty much enter the area that you pretty much see throughout all the cutscenes up the safe place. This area specifically that most people are probably wondering what the hell even where the hell even was the safe place. But of course, when we play the map, we finally get to see where that place is, and it looks cool. I just love that we finally got to see what the whole room looked like, such. And then you have the final area, which leads to like them going to like the prison or the factories we later learn and such. And yeah, pretty much that's that. So yeah, man, that's probably talked about the most about the safe place, surprisingly. So yeah, I like this a lot, but though there is a lot of flaws, so I think I might have to put it there, fortunately. Huh. So far, City's being my favorite map of them all, surprisingly, which is shocking, but I guess that's how it is. Alright, the sewers. This is a huge leap of quality. And hell, you know what? I think this actually might be the best one. Hold on, let's just really go with here. Wait, hold on. No. Back up, City. City, back up. Come on. There you go. Why is sewers? Actually, you know what? Before we do sewers, let's quickly rank Winter Holiday, because I completely forgot about Winter Holiday. Oh, before we talk about, I completely forgot about Winter Holiday. Where is Winter of the Holidays? Yeah. This map was okay. It did visually. This map was okay. I mean, it's very short, and Gladiator Price is cool, but I don't know. It's not exactly anything like full on spell. I mean, visually looks cool, but Foxy was cool, but anything, it's really nothing that special. I'll put this in between. Do I like it better than the Story of Memory, or I do like it better than Hospital? Yeah, I'll just put it here. No, go here. There you go. The Story of Winter Holiday. There you go. But now back to sewers. It just visually looks so cool. Like the whole environment of the sewer. Even though there's like no unique areas. Well, there is. There's a school, random school classroom in the basement for some reason, or the lower levels of the sewers. That's actually one of my favorite parts. Just the staircase downwards to the sewer just looked absolutely amazing. Just how big it looks. And the whole environment is just so cool. I mean, it's that cool that made to decide to bring it back for Pig CC4, have it be its own map. That's how you know how cool it was, because they brought it back as a full-on map, even though they probably didn't need to, but they did decide to do it because it was just that good. And the bot is scary. The whole place is scary with an ambiance, all the freaking art people made for the map. And back to the bot outfits can look straight up creepy in the dark. And hell, even the other skin that came out with it, Mari, even though he's not part of the chapter, he legit is freaking terrifying as well. Like, it was honestly crazy how we had 2 super insane skins for this chapter. Those being Alphys and Mari. And Mari wasn't even a part of the map, but yet he just was created. And it ended up being one of my favorite skins. We'll get over to how cool he is in that tier list whenever we make it. And the cutscene, the ending cutscene got me so hyped for chapter 6. I mean, that was also cool. And having Z and Zuzi as the NPCs now was also refreshing and such. And yeah, I really liked this map and how visually, and it's actually not that hard, because this is where we are introduced to the mechanic where you have to actually hide from the bot. You won't immediately know where you are, which makes it actually a lot easier, because now you can actually strategize what you're gonna do. It makes it a bit easier for you to navigate the place a bit. That's something literally constantly chasing you down. But anyways, let's go over to the factory. Yeah, factory. Alright, factory. This also looked very cool and big. Though apparently it was gonna be a lot bigger, but apparently made to one this out as soon as in the 2 weeks, even though I don't know, he probably could have delayed them another week, but I don't know. But yeah, but I like this map. I like how it visually looks. One thing, it's literally sun setting. The sun is setting. It's at dusk. I think that's what it's called, dusk. It's not like full on nighttime. It's at dusk, which is honestly so visually cool to see, in my opinion. Like, I remember being so shocked and seeing how the sun is just going down. It's not full on, you know, down. And the whole like area of the factory just looks so cool to see. It felt so big and such. And yeah, sure, it's pretty much another square if you really look at the whole map in general. Like, let's see how the square, but it's like 4 different squares. It's weird. Let me describe it. So you first start out in the prison area that for some reason's in the factory. I don't know why there's a prison in the factory, but it's there. Or they turn it into a prison. It's something like that. Well, the first floor in this weird red brick area, the first like area is like it's a prison. It's all dimmed out because Willow shut the lights. Then you have all the bedrooms next to it. And the other cool thing I love about is how it's really easy to travel to other places, because there's like so many ways you can enter a place, which makes traveling so much easier to do, or navigating, I should say, so much easier and wastes less of your time. Even though you can actually run out of time with this map, depending on the situation you want to do, because there are multiple endings with this one, where you can either not save the TSP members and die, save some of them and not have Mimi go with you, and then you save all of them and they will agree to take care of Giraffe, and Mimi will go with you. Pretty simple as that. But other than that, that is that area. But then it has a second floor where you have an office room in some area, some with crates, and Katie is some reason there, and you have to save her and such. Yeah, you have to save all of them. Pandy with a ladder, Kitty with a shovel, Felix with scissors, Barry with an axe, and Philip with a screwdriver. And that's all optional stuff. You don't have to do it in order to beat the map. The main goal is actually trying to get Willow. And how you kill her, or not kill her, knock her out, is with giving Pony sword, because Pony decides to stay, even though it seemed like it was only going to be him and not Pony being there with you. You have to give him swords. You can whack it with Willow 3 times, because they're just prototype swords. They're not actual, like, wheel swords like the one Pony used to use to knock out enemies. And Coley's for some reason there. But they actually did this very well, because both of the bots don't know where you immediately are, so it makes navigating so much easier. And they both are in the same scene, which is great, and they both follow you the same way, which is honestly why it's so much better than the plant. It's pretty much plants, but done right, as I think about it. But then you get access to the outside area, which is pretty much this big square of its own, where you see this creepy ambiance of smoke that's blaring out, which you're like in some type of bridge type thingy, where there's like weird like secret like buildings like underneath the thing. It's weird how to describe it. But then you get access to like this area with crates, and it just visually looks so cool because of how dark it looks and how the interior and the decoration stuff. It's so cool. And then it leads to this final area with the conveyor belt, which is not as interesting, but still cool and cool to see. And the ending cutscene, oh my god, the ending cutscene was just something else. Like, just the music, both of them. Like, the Onward song, like, just sounded so freaking amazing. And just how epic and orchestral it feels. And then you have the song, Untold Story, which it just was so unbelievable back in that day. Like, everything. Wow, I'm just remembering how good 2021 is with book 2. Oh god. Anyway, let's stop gloating. Let's put this in the interesting spots of where we need to put it. I do like this. How do I like this? Oh, it is. Alright, I'll put it there. It's actually no, I do like it better than City, but it's not as good as Sewer. So I will say that. Yeah, that seems good enough. All right. Do we need to do a? Is there any maps on we might need to mention here? I don't think so. I think I might know what this weird smiley face one is. So I'm not gonna tamper with that. I think we're gonna go straight into Port, and this one is just perfect. I'm just gonna say it. I love this map so much. Why? I don't know. I guess just how visually it looks. It just visually looks so cool. That the fact that you're literally near the ocean. It's like that feeling when I went to the boardwalk for the first time, where you were near a beach or something. And yeah, I don't know. It's like the feeling of being near a boardwalk or something, or a shore. I mean, it's what's it called, a port. Yeah. The skin is straight up terrifying with it being this like the Dakota, a Dragoon and not Dolphin. That was probably one of the cool things I like, how the animal is actually unique. And not just some animal I already knew. No, it's a completely new one that I never even knew it existed until now. And he looks straight up terrifying with that anchor and how it has these creepy breathing sound, which sadly gets fast paced for some reason, even though it doesn't make any sense. And how the map is laid out is pretty cool. Just as like how Minitoon described it. It's pretty much city. It pretty much has like the big environmental feeling of city, but it has the groundedness of like the houses, you know, how small they feel and how simple they feel. Because you go into 3 simple areas. You go into I don't even know how to describe it. Like, when you enter it, it pretty much seems like a simple like restaurant, but then you see this upstairs. It's kind of like the buildings are laid out in Peru. How the first floor is usually either a restaurant or like some type of shop, but then the other floors are like living areas and such. So I think this one was like, I don't know if it was like a living area. It didn't seem like living area. I didn't see any beds here, so I don't think this one was like a living like it. I think it was like full on restaurant, then like another like other part of the restaurant. Maybe I think it was like a 3-floor restaurant or something. I don't know. It's hard to tell. But then you have the second area, which was blue, like where I think this one was like an actual hotel because, well, I wouldn't say hotel because literally there's only like 1 bed or like 1 room with I think 1 or 2 beds, and the second floor, I think it has the 3rd floor. I mean, I think it has a bed, but I'm not entirely sure. But it does lead to the lighthouse, which is probably one of the coolest areas because it's a lighthouse. So unique. And the cool thing is, you get to use a grappling hook and you have to slowly make your way to it. It can be annoying how you can just fall off by accident. But either way, it's just cool to use a grappling hook to go halfway through. Alright, and when you use that lighthouse to light up the boat that goes to here, it just looks so vividly cool just seeing that boat make its way to the freaking area. It's just something to be amazed by. And the cutscene, we got to reveal that it was Budgie, a character from a freaking fan contest. That was just so unbelievable. So yeah, this map just blew my mind. And hell, the perfect doesn't even stop because we got freaking ship, which is it was just as perfect, almost as perfect as the well, as ship. It's just as good. Why? Well, it's because of how vividly it looks. You're on a ship. It's so unique. You're on a ship, and the ship itself visually looks so cool. I swear, there's one room that doesn't even look like we're in Roblox anymore. It looks like I'm in a full-on like a engine game or something. It just looks so cool and terrifying because it has brought back the mechanic of guards, but they're now actual infected that are all around the ship, and they're trying to chase after you. There's like I think there's like a fox or something. I don't even know what the animal it is. I don't even know. Oh, I think it's a kangaroo, but I don't think it's actually is a kangaroo. I think it's something else. Maybe it's a K9. I don't know. Then you had a polar bear, and then you have a pig. All of them very creepy. But the creepiest one of all is, of course, is the main bot. Freaking Arche boy, who is pretty much the main one coming after you with his full-on pirate-like banger theme that's very distorted in the Piggy game for some reason. And not only that, he for some reason half of his face is like gone. I don't even know how the hell that happened. Like, what the hell happened to his face? Why can we see some of the skull? Like, what was the explanation of that? But he pretty much changes you, and he feels fast because of how claustrophobic the place is. Like, it's so terrifying when you have to run away from him. And it has probably one of the most unique fogs of them all, because it has like this turquoise green, it's like fogged throughout the whole place, which makes it visually look so cool and such. So yeah, ship was a cool map. Docks was also cool. Not as good as these other maps, honestly, but yeah, I don't know. I think this is solid. I don't know. I mean, there are some cool parts. I mean, the first part visually looks so cool. You know, the where you're, you know, the where you still see the ocean and the boat and such. You know, all that looks amazing and such visually. But then we're in like a almost like a dungeon of some sort. I mean, that's cool to see how we found like this cool dungeon and such. But I think it's because of how simple the map looks. I mean, we got the introduction of the code, which was brought by in ship actually, but it was different. But now there's like an actual code with numbers, like in Piggy, like in Alleys. And the bot is interesting. It's a moose named Marcus as a farmer, which is really interesting because we're in the docks and not like a farm. And the coolest thing about it is that how it's Indra's pony, and how you actually cannot let that happen if you want to get the hidden ending and such. Which will probably rank along with Lab, because it seems like Lab is gonna be part. The Lab icon is literally just the hidden ending thingy. But yeah, and in the maze, oh god, the maze. I get killed so many times in the maze, and the problem with Marcus is that he teleports, which makes it cool, but it's actually so annoying because he can just straight up appear in front of you and kill you. So yeah. It's a solid map, not exactly one of my favorites. And sad, this one ends what I call the Ocean Trilogy of Piggy. Now we're getting to the Snow Trilogy of Piggy. Starting with Temple. This map is actually amazing as well. Why? Well, it just vividly looks so cool. Because you're in a temple. I mean, you start off in a lab, but then you end up in a temple. Like, dungeon area, you know, where you have to open keys and stuff. And the fact that, you know, I think the best part about this is how you actually have lights that actually indicate you where certain things is. Like, you have a light that shows you where the green door is, or where the blue door is, or where the red door is and such. All that just looks so cool. I mean, there is one annoying area with where there's actually a full-on like chain thing that like goes in and out of something, and you have to go past it, and it can get annoying because you can die. But the scariest part of it is the bot. Because it's a full-on freaking spider for some reason. That is downright terrifying. God, I hate spiders. And they decided to make it a bot. I mean, I should have suspected this to happen. I should have known this would have happened. But the fact that it actually happened, it just still shook me to this day that I had to deal with my phobia and Piggy of all things. But I'm pretty sure why everyone loves the map is the ending cutscene. I mean, if you have the survivor ending, it's not really anything that's special. But if you have the savior ending, oh my god, it is somehow more mind-blowing than the mall ending. Why? Well, very simple. You end up in like a hallucination area. You see Bunny back alive, but you know it's a trick. So it shows up Doggy and Zizzy just to fool the character even more. You get the tradition of Dude Man, aka Tio, and he reveals that he was the one behind everything, the distortedness of the plan, the weird stuff that passed out in the school. You know, all the crazy shit that happens throughout the whole thing. He's the one who did all of it, and it's just so cool that we get all this all revealed and such, and it's amazing. You know, it's very cool. But yeah, Pebble, very cool. And now another cool map is Camp. Even though it's hard as hell, like I struggle when me and Alex actually struggled when we first played it. It's cool. Why? Well, we're back. It's pretty much Outpost, but somehow so much better. You know, it's all snowy and stuff, which make it super unique. And what else? Oh yeah, the soldiers are bad, but they actually are functioning. Delta is here and is the bot, and he looks full on badass with that damn bazooka and the freaking mask and the purple arm glowy thingy. That's super cool. I really like that very much. And using a tank engine cannon was cool. Going to the caves was cool. The freaking creepy omnibuses that just randomly appeared throughout the map straight up make this camp full on terrifying. The full-on elevator thing, the full-on reveal that Pony affected Doggy was so badass. The Willow and Tiger fight was badass. But the best part of all are these two things. The one, you see the map slowly turn to dark as the map, green forward, and that is just so damn cool. That we get to see the map like slowly turn into nighttime. Like it just looked so beautiful. When I was so amazed when I first saw it. But the other thing about it that I liked very much was the beginning cutscene. Because, well, in the Savior one, it's really nothing special. But if you do the Survivor one, it is straight up a recreation of the cutscene that we saw all the way back in 2020. Where we saw Pony saying, well, here it is, just what we've been waiting for. That, because all this time, we've been wondering what the hell Pony was talking about, and of all this, and we finally figured out that he was talking about the freaking camp map, which is so cool. How it just culminated like that. Hell, even I think almost like a full-on a year later after we got that teaser, which is pretty cool. So yeah, now we got Heist, which I love Heist so much. Do I like it better than Port? That is complicated. I don't know. Maybe I do. Maybe I don't. I don't know, honestly. But yeah, Heist is a beautiful map. It's alleys, but in nighttime. And alleys only looked beautiful in daytime. So in nighttime, it just looks even more beautiful. Now, hindsight, not all the areas are accessible. Like, you don't get like the weird office area. That's not actually the exit. You don't get Daisy's TV because Willow doesn't want to go there and Pony doesn't want to waste time. But you do get the other areas back. Like the laundry and the restaurant and the hotel entrance, which actually exceeds into a new area with new areas. You actually get to explore the actual hotel, which looks downright beautiful, I must say. Like, holy shit. Like, this is probably the most beautiful hotel I've seen in Piggy because of just how really it worked. You get a full-on, like electricity room where you see how all electricity and electrons and, like, power-ups and such. Then you get to this, like, weird crate, like, warehouse, like, area, which leads to, like, a laser thing, which kind of references the first, like, Piggy quest you had to do, which we got to steal a pie, because apparently that's how it worked. We had to steal a pie. And one of the best things that it brings back an old bot from the old days, Polly! Gets to shine here with a banger theme. Too bad I don't get the skin because I wasn't there during that time. So sad. But yeah, Heist is cool. Distraction is also cool. I think I'm gonna put it up here in amazing. I don't think it's like perfect, but it is amazing. this is where we got the introduction of the Sentinels. The way the Destruction map looks so cool by how it's pretty much the entirety refinery map, but has actual added areas. Yeah, it was pretty much the whole map we got to explore. There was like a cool new area which led to like this full-on maze area with Sentinels. Thankfully, you can actually kill them for once. But the one that you can't kill is the main bot, which is the twins. A skin that pretty much everyone wanted to see for like pretty much ever since they were introduced, and we finally got them with this really creepy Return to Freddy's like theme they have. And another cool thing is how, because you're playing as Zizzy and how she becomes infected, the whole screen actually slowly turns gray to signify that she's slowly turning infected, which is pretty cool. And the ending cutscene where we learned how Tio was, we get some like origins of Tio, which is later explored in the Hunt map, which we'll get to that soon. Oh my god, how much more am I gonna have to do? This is gonna be a long video because we're not even done, not even to the point. But yeah, this was cool. Like this, yeah, like it was cool. So yeah. All right, Plant. I love Plant. Okay, first of all, it's just Piggy as the main bot, which is kind of cool how it all culminates. Is it? Well, I don't know. I think it's a perfect map. You know, though I don't play that much. I think the one thing that makes it perfect is how there's no like big cutscene. You can just go straight into the action, which I really love so much. Piggy's here, distorted, and she looks full on badass. Like straight up, like she looks full on amazing here. And the fact that the map is not as difficult as usual. I mean, there is a difficult part with the levers, but you could easily solve that out. And I just love how it looks. I mean, I think it's because this one was also cool because of how we were teased about what this area is ever since the full-on beginning. I mean, it was straight up the menu of book 2. Like, we were wondering when we were ever going to explore this specific place, and we finally did in the end. And at least it's this full-on boss battle with the freaking Let Go music, which is so long epic. But it gets even more epic with the endings, especially the Savior Tiger one, where we pretty much joined Tio. All the other ones were pretty much Pony like infected. They're all Pony and infected, but some are sadder and then others. Like I think one of them is with Tigery, you straight up like ditch Pony. The other one you kind of have to, even though you don't want to. Well, it's more like ditch, more like you just leave him behind, but you wish you couldn't. Another one is where you and Pony are stuck, and you're so upset that you joined Tio. And the best one I think all these is where Willow has the cure, but Pony is still infected. We forgive him for what he did to Doggy, and then Willow decides to give Pony the potion, and you know it ends up after. But the real best ending is the hidden ending where they access this code and they get Mimi to do some like thingy thing. I don't know exactly what it is. Then the player asks Willow Doggy to stop fighting because all that weird endgame shit like thing doesn't happen with the Sentinels. Doesn't happen for some reason. That area looks so cool how it references other maps. Then we get to the wheel bump where we got Sergeant Monroe. We learned that Piggy was a part of the army. We got all the infected come out, which were Coley, Alphys, and Ellie, which I really like that detail. Then Tio comes in, being upset at us. Then he turns into his monstrous form. Then we go through a run-through of all the maps with the codes. Alley's ship, Doc's temple, and camp. Then we're in this like castle type area where we have to full on go through memories of we'll save everyone from their worst memories. Pony being his father. At least that's what we think. Georgie with Piggy, Z and Zuzi with Zizzy. And then that will lead to where the song kicks in of Let Go again, but it's the actual lyrics actually singing. Then we realize that we could just use the memories against them, so we get the carrot, grass, and bone to Doggy, Bunny, and Zizzy in their respective maps where they were mainly playable, which were, of course, Gallery, Hospital, and Ball. And yeah, it pretty much ends Piggy very emotionally with the credits, with that Traveler Time song. I really wish I played at my graduation, though I wasn't even there for the graduation, so what the fuck was even the point? Sorry for F-bombing, but I guess I'm still upset about that. But yeah, all that is all that looks cool and such, and yeah, it's a beautiful map. It's beautiful things. I am so tired. I apologize, but I'm just so tired. Okay, deep breaths. Deep breaths. We still have so much to go. Oh my god. All right. What's next? Breakout. Breakout's next. This is an interesting map. It's I don't know. I mean, it's very confusing to do. I'm gonna put this in like solid, but like it's here. Honestly, look, it's cool. I liked having a first-person area where you have a very creepy bot chasing after you. I like how it was a tiger origin story and such, but it was pretty much, and I think it was just because it was another military map. And yeah, the secret areas were cool with like the obby and the freaking maze and the house like section. But oh no, I don't know. I think it's because I never really was able to beat it, which is why I probably don't like it that much. It's hard to do because I think it's mainly because it's really hard to do solo, and maybe because there's like multiple codes, which makes it really annoying. And this is what got introduced to the wires, which I'm not really a fan of. And yeah, which are brought back in the mansion. And this map is hard, but looks a little bit beautiful and a lot more magical because you can actually get out of person mode. Dude, Car's a cool bot, but he's so damn fast. Like, oh my god, why is he so fast? And some of the unique... Well, there's actually one point I found annoying, which was the freaking purple key. Like, why the hell could I not access that? But yeah, that was cool, I guess, and such. The RB Ballast map, I never really got to see it, but I liked how it was like a full-on space-like area. And look, it had high graphics, so I'll give it points. It's an okay like map. And now my thing's glitching, bro. Okay, yeah, it's a solid map, you know. RB's Ballast map, very solid. You know, Vigil looked a bit better, I guess. All right, what are we doing next? Let me see. Okay, then. Looks like we have to do, I guess, the battalion. Oh, this one visually looks beautiful. This one's perfect. This one is perfect. Just this area just looked visually beautiful. Reminded me of Stranger Things in a way. Dear God, I'm really hoping Stranger Things and Piggy do a collab, because a Starcore Mall map would go unbelievably hard in Piggy. Like, we gotta have that happen, please. And yeah, this just looks so beautiful. There's really not much I can say because it was pretty much a map that I'm pretty sure a lot of people did not play. But as for me who played it, it looked so beautiful to explore and such. And the bot was cool and such. Yeah, I think this is the April Fool's map, which was pretty much just house, but with a cool area that was added in that looked cool. So I'll put this, I guess, above house. I really have nothing else to say here. Now, which one of these was added in it? Actually, before that was the hunt, but yeah, the hunt. This was a beautiful map as well. I love this one a lot as well. Well, you start off with a castle. We have find a Griffin is given like a cannon. Well, as a bot, where you get some reveals that Mr. Stitchy existed back in the full-on medieval times, which is crazy. And the visuals of the castle look unbelievably cool. But I think it's the second part I really love a lot, where you're like in this like dystopian, like abandoned, like skyscraper buildings type area where you're going through multiple buildings, and they just visually look so cool. You have another hotel like area which looks so cool. You have an office, 2 offices I think, where you go multiple floors on, which looks so cool. You have to get up of like these little crane like areas or walk on them, which visually looks so cool. And it's raining as well, and the background just looks so beautiful. The bot's kind of not exactly the biggest design as big fan of design of Blatt, but as a whole, it looks cool. I like it. It looks cool. So yeah, that's that. And then we got this map. It's I don't know. This map is hard. I wasn't exactly a big fan of. I mean, I like how big it is, but like this is so hard to do. I can never beat this map at all, ever. So yeah, just leave it at that. I don't really want to talk about that map that much. Decay! Yay! I never beat this either. The effective with gun, I don't like that so much, but it's just still a perfect map. It just visually looks so cool and beautiful. And I just wish that Megan map ain't here. Why ain't the mega map here? Oh god. Hold on. We gotta get an image of there you go. Alright, that'll be for later when we have to rank the Megan chapter. But first we gotta rank the Sword of Holiday chapter. This just looked beautiful. Just they somehow did the Sword of Holiday and made it look beautiful in nighttime. The best part about this one was the bot was cool, the farm looked beautiful. Oh, that one area with the weird like sort of like thingies like such. I think it was like the other side. It just looked so beautiful. I really don't have that much to say because I actually don't remember that much of the map, but I know it, and it looks beautiful. But yeah, it also the entire event as a whole just gave some new aura that I missed during the time. Like it had that vibe that I missed throughout that time. So yeah, Christmas 2024 was such a banger. Then we have Home Book 3, and this might be a crazy thought, but this is actually amazing. Why? Because of the feeling. It somehow gave me that Book 2 feeling juice again when I first played it, or like when I first got into Book 3 in general. It just gave me that feeling so much. I left the menu on for like the entirety of a day just so that I could just feel it for so long. It was just that amazing. Mega chapter actually looked beautiful. I actually liked the layout of the map more than Decay. We're like in this like industrial abandoned like facility that was like so damn big and such. It was also cool bots in there. Like the Central, even though it looked so weird, it was cool. Sparky also looked cool. I think there was another one that I don't remember. Yeah, it's big and annoying to navigate through, but eventually it looked so beautiful. That's why I love it. And Beryllium was also cool. And I think this actually might be my favorite map. Yeah, Beryllium. The forest just looked beautiful. The freaking gym, playground, house, like childlike area reminded me of Branch Reality's Haunted Mall. That was fucking beautiful. What else? Oh yeah, the house visually looked beautiful. The school, the college area, SSA looked freaking beautiful. And that final ending, I don't even know how that existed in Roblox, but it does. It just looks like something on a fucking Unreal Engine. I still don't know to say how they did that, but yeah, like that's amazing. I love that very much. Oh god, I am out of breath because we just ranked so many maps, and I'm pretty sure this is the longest tier list video I've done. Yeah, this was worth the November upload. So yeah, there's probably another map, a doggy map. We'll just seeing how good they've been. We'll put this like in like perfect. We'll probably like for like below hidden ending map or lab map. Yeah, we'll just do that. Just pretend it's there. In fact, I'll get an image of doggy. Hold on. All right, here's a picture of doggy I already got. We'll just, if there is a doggy map, let's pretend there is for now, because this is coming out in the end of November, and I don't know if a doggy map will come out, but just in case, there it is. In case a doggy map was there, that's probably where I put it, probably over there. But yeah, I hope you enjoyed this tier list, because I certainly did. Probably the longest one I've done. If you like this video, give it a like, subscribe for more content like this, hype this up video for more people to see it, share this with others, and I'll see you next time. Bye, everybody.